Hi friends. Today we will try to understand a new feature that we've added in the platform. A feature which tries to simplify the ability to understand, the ability to trade, and the ability to identify favorable scenarios. So what we have done is we've added something called as markers, and how they appear is even in the live market, they appear as bubbles like this, right? So we have added these bubbles to the same dashboard that you are used to seeing. These bubbles essentially they show you a favorable scenario where price might move in the direction that it is essentially showcasing you. Now these bubbles, they are based on a particular strategy of volume, extremely unprecedented volume at that particular strike at that time, and because there is so much of a volume that is observed, and we believe that the price obviously has to move in the direction it is supposed to, or it is essentially showing us. So instead of expecting you to manually read it, we thought we'll convert it into a bubble so that it becomes easy for you to understand, identify, spot it, and then take advantage of it, if possible, make it easy from your trading point of view. So the bubbles can appear either on top of a candle or at the bottom of the candle. If they are at the top of the candle, they signify potential a lot of sell pressure on the top or a weak buy pressure at the bottom. If they appear below the candle, they essentially show you a lot of significantly high buy pressure, and then very less sell pressure, which means that price should ideally go up from that point. So it then becomes easy for anyone to take positions or trade based on that. Now, please understand that our thought process is to give you extremely high accurate markers instead of giving you one or two every single day. So it is possible you will not get these markers every day. We are saying if the worst case scenario, if even if you get 4 5 markers a month also, I think they will do it their job, because the accuracy of these markers is extremely high. You might get it every single day in a month. We don't know if the scenario happens on that particular day, the marker will appear, otherwise it doesn't appear. These are not manual. The system automatically identifies these scenarios and they immediately show it to you on the live market. Again, there is no repenting, there is nothing. Whatever we show in the live market, the same appears in your historical data as well. Like our platform is known for whatever we show you, the same will come to history. Similarly, markers also same thing. If it appears once in live, it doesn't go away neither in live nor in the historical data. And these are extremely high with extremely high accuracy. And we can look at some of the days as to how the markers appear. So it doesn't happen every single day, like I said. I'll show you that as well. So this is another day where I'm looking at, and you can see that basically they appear at 917 918 kind of a time frame. Please ignore the triangles right now. These are still in a development phase. They will only appear in the historical data. They don't appear in the live market. Right now only bubbles appear. The day when we are ready to launch it to production and offer it to you, we will talk about this as well. Right now let's focus only on bubbles. So for example, 917 918, this particular bubble appeared, and then if you look at 918, your ATM strike was 23,750, and we are talking about put at 23,750. Even if you take ATM for example, 750 970 918 time, this is where it told you that there is a sell pressure created. So you're talking about somewhere about 80, let's say 90 price range, and the price obviously immediately moved in your favor till about 150, and then it also went on to 180 and 200. So that is the kind of accuracy that we would like to work with. Instead of trying to give you markers every day, we want to give you extremely highly accurate markers as much as possible, right? So similarly, you will see it again different days. Let's look at a few more days data. Same thing here. Ignore the triangle. Again, the bubbles appear, and then price obviously respects the direction and it goes in that direction. And on 4th, let's see. Yeah, even on 4th, as you can see, the price. So the markers appear, and the price obviously goes in that direction. It is moving in that direction. However, you will notice that this marker, basically the markers came here, bubbles came, but then price did not go in that direction. It obviously broke and it went. what you will notice and what we want everyone to understand is, because these bubbles appear because you have got an extremely high sell pressure at that point in time. Now it is possible that buyers come back, after that, in 4 or 5 minutes buyer can come back and they can push the price back. However, because the markets appear at this stage and because there was a strong sell pressure, they will try to bring the price back to that range and they'll try to push it down at least. We have noticed it very, very often. If it doesn't, then they will actually move on. At least it becomes an area where the price retests and then it goes back in its direction. So even if a bubble appears and the price moves against you, if you are the other chart, if this chart is telling you saying that there is extremely high buy pressure at that point in time, you will get a chance to exit at price at least, eventually, because the high amount of sell pressure, they will obviously try to bring the price back to that range. This happens again and again. You can obviously refer to the historical data to see on different days how it behaves, but you will see the same thing here. But interestingly, you are seeing them in blue and at the below the candles. That means they're signifying that there is a buy pressure in these days. And also you will notice that they appear in cluster. There are a lot of bubbles that appear in cluster. What we recommend is, and we have documented this in the help sections as well, we recommend you to look at the first bubble and then ignore the cluster at least till you have 15 to 20 minutes of empty time. No bubbles appear. And then you can probably look at the other bubble and see if you want to take trades based on the other bubble. The reason why we don't remove them is, for many people, they have said it basically helps them to identify trend continuation. So everyone has different trading style. So we don't want to respect that. That's why we are not removing them. If you are a kind of a trader who don't want to look at too many bubbles, at least you can look at the first bubble and then you can ignore the cluster after that and wait for a 15-20 minutes of idle time before you look at any other bubble. And like I said just before a while, when the bubble appears, it has, price is moving against it, fine, but there was significant buy pressure at that point in time. So what they do, they'll try to push the price back up to that level at least. And this time the price broke that level, hence it actually went up and it basically made a higher high after that. So you had an opportunity to at least make a slight profit, at least in this case, right? So that is what the markets do. Again, we are not saying this because they have to do it like that, but if you look at it from the market point of view, if there are so many buyers sitting here and the buy pressure was extremely high, what will they do? They will try to either exit their positions or they will try to see if the price push the price back to that range and see if it respects that position at least anymore or not. So if there are no more sellers at that point in time, at least if they are not as strong as the buyers, the price obviously will respect and it will make another higher high. So that is something that you have to look out for. Otherwise, the accuracy with which these markers perform is extremely high. You can obviously refer to the historical data yourself. You will get your opportunity. But like I said, please understand that these markers might not happen every single day. So you might have times when there is no marker at all. We don't try to give you a marker just because we want you to, we want to show a trade every single day. Our idea is to give you the more qualified markers, as much as possible. So even if you get 4 or 5 markers on that given day, I think we will consider on any month, if you're getting 4 to 5 markers, we'll consider it as a decent number of markers. So please keep that in mind. The other thing we would also request you to keep in mind is the markers are not part of the standard plan. They are part of the markers plan. So if you're buying this plan, you will not see the markers. Only in the markers plan you will get to see the markers. They are included only in this plan. So please keep that in mind when you are buying your plan, so that you don't again get confused eventually. In case if you have any concerns or questions, you can email us and we will be happy to talk to you, and we will be happy to explain to you how help you out in case if you have any queries in terms of these markers. Again, same thing here on this day as well, made a significant move from that point onwards. Request you to look at the historical data, understand how the markers are basically appearing and what they are trying to show you, and then based on that get well versed with how these markers are essentially getting formed. Refer to help section also if you need any more information. And we genuinely hope that this helps you with better trading decisions and simplifies your trading at least to a certain extent. In case if you have any further queries, please reach out to us. Thank you so much. Thanks for being with us, and we will hope to come back to you again with more markets and more exciting features, part of 915trade.com platform. Thank you.